So why do so many homes in the US need a flooring replacement? The number one reason is not about planning or construction or even dust. It's just because most people don't know that they could save thousands on a flooring remodel through the Express Flooring Replacement Program. People just assume that they have to spend thousands of dollars to buy the flooring, and thousands more to find technicians to come install them. But the truth is, if you qualify for this program,
Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't turn the volume off before I went live. And it did it to me again. I've did all kind of research on why it's flipping on me, because I set it to orientation every time. I do it for horizontal, but when I click the thing to go live, it flips. I've checked into YouTube settings, I've checked into my camera settings, everything, and everything is set the way it should, but it still flips on me, and I don't know why it's doing that. But we're going vertical tonight. Can't help it. We got Frida in the house. Hello, Frida. Shatika. Good evening, Shatika. 19 watching, and I got 2 in live chat. Lucia, hello. Deb, hello. We got Gladys in the house. I hope Connie feels up to being in here. I chatted with her just briefly this morning, and she said the chemo was making her awfully sick, so she doesn't feel good. So I don't know if she'll be feeling well enough to come into chat or not. We'll just have to see. But to my understanding, she's in the hospital because they're treating her with chemo and stuff. I don't know why they're keeping her in the hospital. Usually, they do that as like an outpatient where you go in for treatment, but maybe they're giving it to her every day. I don't know. We got Tamara in the house. Hello, Tamara. Nice to see you. The lighting is terrible. You can't see my little boy in the background. See if I can get that straightened. Well, there he goes. He's back there with my pumpkins. And I dyed my hair, y'all. I put color on it every once in a while, but it was getting awfully light. It was almost not looking like me, so I put another color on it to darken it just a shade. It's not real dark, but in this light it looks darker. It's still reddish brown or whatever you call it. And there's April. Hello, April. And Donna. Hello, Donna. Maybe she'll feel up to coming into chat. Have you heard from Connie today, Gladys? I haven't heard from her since earlier today when she said she was sick from the chemo. It was making her feel bad. Thank you, April. I get to wear it down during my lives because I'm not out in the yard working where it's in my face and the wind's blowing it. And I'm sweating and it's getting all wet and aggravating. Yeah, Gladys said she's not heard from her either. Well, maybe she'll pop in because, if she's still in the hospital, there's no telling what's going on with her right now. Maybe she'll be able to come in. Donna says hers is too platinum. Mine was almost platinum at one time years ago. I've got several pictures where I'm almost a completely platinum blonde. My son seemed to like it. Deb says my hair's solid gray. Well, I keep saying I'm going to let mine go back to the natural color, which is going to be like salt and pepper gray. But I never can make it. I mean, I get those skunk lines, down the hairline, and I get aggravated with it, and I said I don't want to cut it all off, so I end up coloring it again. But this is pretty close to what my natural color would have been. You know, my natural color was kind of a dark brown. Yeah, we need to say a prayer for Connie, for Patty C., for Rebecca. There's several ladies that were in our chat that need prayer. Gladys, you need prayer as well. Donna, same, yeah. Yeah, it's a circle. You know, once you start it, you can't stop. Because I keep saying I want it to grow out, and so I don't have to fool with dye anymore. But like I said, I get the white roots, or the salt and pepper colored roots, and then the rest is dark. And I can handle it for a while, but then it gets out to about almost an inch, and then I give up my dye. I've seen some people just let it grow. They don't care if it's two different colors. They put up with it till all of it's growed out, and then they gradually cut the dyed part off, and it's gone. I'm too impatient, I guess. Well, maybe if Connie doesn't feel like coming into chat, hopefully she'll be watching anyway, maybe. And she'll know we're thinking about her. I got so busy Monday, you know, I said one time I might have a surprise live and go live Monday, and I was so busy I never got around to doing it. And then, what was it, Monday night or Tuesday night, I couldn't sleep and ended up going live about 2:30 in the morning. 3:30, somewhere like that, because I was up all night. Well, at least I see they put ads on my live. I was beginning to wonder, my income has been going down, and it's like, okay, I know I'm still working my butt off putting out videos and lives, and why is my income going down? And I was getting lots of views, so. Deb says I can relate. Yeah. When I lost all my hair from the chemo years ago, when it grew back, it was like a fluorescent white, but it was so kinky curly you couldn't do anything with it. I guess the chemo just fried the roots or something. And as I was letting it grow out, it gradually relaxed and quit being so kinky curly. And at one point, I was natural, and it looked pretty good. Because, you know, parts of the back were dark, and I had the white up here, and it was natural that way. It looked real good. And one of my friends said, I'd never dye my hair like that or bleach it out. I said, oh, it's not. I said, every bit of what you're looking at is natural. She says, oh, my word, if that's your natural color, she said, don't ever change it. But yeah, I did. I got tired of the gray part, the white, and I colored it. I should have left it alone. I use over-the-counter hair dye because I can't afford to go to the beauty shop either to get it done. They charge too much. Deb said she tried non-permanent dye. Well, I use the permanent off the counter at Walmart. It's the one that costs like excuse me. I think it went up to $3.98 a box now. And I usually, when I was dyeing it all, changing the color so much, I would buy 2 boxes at one time to use. Now I just use 1 box. And I do the roots, because the rest of it pretty much stays the dark color. Deb says I cut my own since COVID. I've always cut my own hair. Ever since I was about 13 years old, I would cut my own hair, style it, everything. There was one time when I was married to my previous husband, when we lived in North Carolina, that he wanted me... That AC is blowing. and it's blowing air in my face. Let me get a cough drop in my mouth. But he wanted me to go to the beauty shop to get my hair done, so I went every Friday. But then most of the time, we'd go out to dinner on Friday night. And then Saturday or Sunday, we were out on the beach because we lived at the beach, y'all. You know what the beach air does to your hair, right? So what was the point of getting it done on Friday just to go out on the beach Saturday and ruin it, you know? But he didn't care. He still wanted me to go get it done on Friday. And one time we had a party to go to, and I couldn't get in to see my regular beautician in Wilmington that I went to every Friday. So I said, well, I'll try one of the locals here and get her to do my hair just for tonight. I went in to get her to do it, and she said, well, you need to put this on your hair, you need to put that on my hair. I said, well, I got a party to go to tonight, so I want you to, I need my hair fixed. She fixed my hair. Oh my God, she took the rollers out. It looked like somebody greased my hair down. It looked awful, y'all. I told her off. I said, I hope you know, lady, I will never come in here to let you do my hair again. I've got a party to go to, a company party to go to tonight with my husband. And I said, look what my hair looks like. It looked better when I came in here than it does right now. I said, I hope you know I'm going home and I'm going to shampoo it myself. And I will set it myself, and it'll look a whole lot better than what you just did. Oh, well, I'll redo it. I said, oh, no, you won't. You got one chance with my hair. You're not getting another one. I paid her little measly fee that she charged, and I walked out, and I never went back. Went home, fixed my own hair, and it looked good. And I told my husband when we moved to Texas years ago, I said, that's okay. I said, I'm going to Texas when I don't want to, but I'm not going to go get my hair done every Friday. I'll do it myself. And I did. I never went in a hair salon to get my hair done out here. I've always done it myself. I got it cut one time. I wanted it trimmed because it was real long. I went in and I didn't like the way she cut it, so I trimmed it up again myself. And I never went back to another beautician in Texas after that. Never been to a beautician anywhere after that. Janice said, I cut my hair once as a teenager, pulled it up my ponytail and cut it. Saw it in 17 magazine. That was the last time I had hair past my neckline. Yeah, you can do your hair yourself and it will look good. But I got so used to cutting mine when I started at 13 because my mama didn't have money to go to the beauty shop. I didn't have the money. And she would always cut my hair usually. So then one day I just started cutting my own. And I liked the way it looked. I could cut it the way I could manage my hair. So yeah, I do my own hair. If it's short, I'm the one that cuts it short. Deb said, I learned never to talk much while they're cutting. One year I came out with mohawk. It wouldn't lay down either. Oh no. Well, thank you, Jana. Well, my mom used to dye her hair, but that was before this permanent hair color came out. And back then it was it Clairol or something that she used, and her hair looked great. But it washed out. You wash your hair 2 or 3 times and it's already gone. You got to color it again. And she finally got tired of doing it, so she quit doing it, and her hair, went gray, the gray color, the natural. Just Trolling come in, says, can I borrow $20 for chips and bananas? How about you lending me $20 for chips and bananas? Just Trolling. Now, there's a lot of hair products I can't use, but I found that one, I tried it, and it works. I mean, it will work on my hair. It does not irritate my scalp. So evidently there's nothing in it I'm allergic to. Because most of the time I wash my hair about every day. And, you know, if I had the kind in that doesn't stay, it would be gone in 2 days. I need more light in here. Isn't it too dark? Oh, let me see. See how that works. Try to get that light off of the screen. That's a little bit better. It lightens the picture up some. It's very dark. It scares me being on this live. Well, it's lighter now. I just turned on the light behind me. Yeah, I just wash it, towel dry it, brush it out, and let it dry. And you see, most of the time it's tied up on top of my head. Because usually I'm out in the yard working, or I'm working around in the house. And when you do stuff like that, you always want your hair pulled back. Hi, Jennifer. How's Jennifer doing? We got Cindy Sandu back in the house. I got a gnat flying around. Yeah, I put my big pumpkin outside on the table. Because, you know, I took my mums that were in that arrangement and I planted them in my pots outside. Is it snowing, Cindy? Oh, it's coming down pretty hard where you're at in Alaska, huh? I bet it's pretty. It's 80 degrees here right now. It's a little bit too hot to snow. Yeah, that first bunch that I put out, you know, in that half wine barrel planter, the first mums that we planted, they're blooming. I mean, all the dead blooms fell off, and the whole thing is covered in new blooms. And some of them are open. And that's the way the rest of them will do. 33 degrees in Alaska. Ooh, that's cold. Thank you, Alta Garcia. Well, I picked out some stuff for the trivia prize tonight. This says creepy and spooky. It's the mysterious manual. So you'll have to figure that out when you open it. But it's notepads as well. But there's some kind of a mysterious manual on the pages as well. So you'll have to deal with that. And then I got a lot of little ones right here. There's all different kinds in there. So that's what the prize is for tonight. Different notepads and that mysterious manual. Alta Garcia said it's 76 where you're at. Where are you, Alta Garcia? I'm in Texas, so, you know, Arizona and Texas is always warmer here than it is anywhere else, unless you're in Mexico. Maybe Florida. 80 degrees in Hawaii, Maui. Well, it was 80-some degrees here today. It's just now got down to 80, just plain 80. Oh, you're in Texas, okay. Got 33. We're losing people. It got up to 41 people in watching. That's dropped to 33, but some of them will come back. 58 here in Ohio. 65 in St. Louis. Wow. That's where Donna is. 58 where Deb is. Well, I got this really nice letter from Miss Hollera. Hollera. Hollrah. And I'm not sure how she watches the videos, but she said that she was not a subscriber, but I am a fan, however. She says, I enjoy watching every outdoor garden video that you create. I will try to give you a description of myself without getting too long-winded. This is a trait I seem to have daily. No questions asked. But she said at the very beginning, this letter has been slowly getting to you as I have put off writing it. You are one person who needs to receive credit for what you do. I am sure that you hear this from anyone. Said, since July 15, 2024, I have begun my 90th year on this earth. I make an attempt to enjoy every day in some way. I am the mother of 5 children born 1960 through 1972. The oldest 3 are definitely farmers. They carry on with this in some way which allows them to be siblings but different from each other. The youngest 2 are the beauticians, and her brother is a retired Marine. He is now living with me on the lower level of my home. He is a heart patient but is talented enough to be active. He is my savior in all that needs fixing here in our house, and I appreciate him so much. I have worn many hats. As the phrase goes, I am a beautician, became a farm wife, went to care of seniors, became a semi-truck driver, and have retired from that dog's life. As the saying goes, I enjoy outdoors and landscaping, my small yard, and I believe in saving everything that has a desire to sprout and grow. I have one income that is Social Security. I am always budgeting monthly. This does not allow me to spend on extras such as TV. So she must watch on the phone, maybe a cell phone or something, as she doesn't have a TV, maybe a computer. But she could still subscribe because it doesn't cost anything to be a subscriber. If you're watching the videos, you can subscribe. But she goes on to say, memberships on the internet, book clubs, hair appointments, yard ornaments, and the list goes on. I am a happy person. I am so proud of you and all that you share with all of us. You are very thoughtful in how you choose your video topics. This is taking a chance on being open about your lifestyle and home. I may not want to share all of this. I am sort of secluded and private from everyone. You need to feel proud of yourself. I love watching you. You are so interesting to watch as you seem comfortable in front of the camera. Says, I saw you on YouTube this morning. I am so sorry to hear that someone is leeching from your success. This is breaking the law. Can this be eliminated? She is just a weak girl. You are the strong one. She said, I will continue to watch you and enjoy your every outdoor video that you record. Since I am a good cook, baker in my small kitchen, I have some additions to how you record time spent in your kitchen. I am not sharing how you can change anything you do then. But she went on to say that, she was asking about my fur babies. Love your second cat. He needs your attention. I love to watch him. And she's asking, has he been neutered yet? No, he hasn't. You know that he is valuable to you. He chooses you to be his owner. So the other item is I will share. Find someone who will show you how to cut up a chicken after it has been butchered. I already know that. I've cut one up in the kitchen sink during one of my videos. Let's see. Can you involve a person to join you in a video? It is considered art when you can actually lay the bird on your cutting board and use a very sharp butcher knife to turn this bird into 12 to 14 pieces for the family. I grew up watching my dad eat the gizzard because I love that piece of meat. But yeah, I did cut up a chicken one time, but it was in the sink. I guess I could have put it on the table on a cutting board and did it on the table, but yeah, I did it over in the sink. It says, I will ask you to continue what you do in your house or outdoors. I love what you share with your viewers. I will remain a viewer and not a subscriber. Please accept me as I am. Well, I accept everybody. I found you when I lost my nephew. He had a channel as well. He died at 66 years old. He had his own network with 60 videos to view. He lived in the Canadian border at War Road, Minnesota. I was able to see about 55 of his videos. It is sad that I found out about it after he died. In several of his videos, I saw my brother, his dad, who was my favorite and died in 2020. I love that. I have a question about baking. It came to me this morning. Cherries. There must be a way to make a baked item with them. Does anyone grow them near your house? I believe that would share. No, nobody grows cherries around here, but yeah, there's lots you can do with baked cherries. You can make a baked cherry pie, a baked cherry cobbler. In fact, I need to do some of that. I just haven't done it yet. She says, stay well, stay strong. The one who leeches on your name, on your videos, is the weak one. She needs to go back to school, the school of hard knocks. That will teach her the lesson of love and sharing. I remain sincere, Ruth Hollera. I know I pronounced that wrong. But she's from Iowa. Manning, Iowa. Thank you for that sweet letter, Ruth. And yeah, I'll have a video coming up to do something with cherries. And maybe one of these days I'll end up with another whole chicken so I can cut it up in the video. Donna says, our kind of gal. I don't know who you're asking what state they're in. I'm in Texas myself. We can cherry trees, couldn't get enough. I can eat them all. Yeah, nobody can grow cherries around here. There's no cherry trees. You might accidentally, if you're lucky, come across someone that may have been able to keep a grapevine alive. I've got a raspberry bush, but it's never had any raspberries on it. I think it's the wrong kind of soil. Or maybe I need to take it out of the big pot it's in and put it in the ground. That might make a difference. There's Frida. Hi, Frida. I haven't seen Susan in here tonight either. Is Susan available? Did she come in and say hi? Yeah, I remember you, Lauren. Welcome. Glad you're back. Yeah, she's a 90-year-old smart woman. cherry preserves, cherry jelly, cherry pie, cherry cobbler. Oh, I'd love to have me a good old cherry cobbler or apple cobbler right now. Ooh, with that crunchy, sugary crust on it. And there's Uncle BB. Hi there, Uncle BB. Yeah, crisp apple cobbler or cherry cobbler. Okay, I guess everybody's in here. We got about 46 people watching, I think. So I guess we can get started with our trivia questions. See who's going to be the prize winner tonight. What's my favorite holiday? I don't know. Christmas and New Year's, they're both kind of tied. Probably Christmas is my favorite. I don't know. I haven't seen Wilson. And I'm sorry to say Connie must not feel well. Yeah, chocolate covered cherries is real good. There was a boy that lived just right down the street from where our house was when I was growing up. And he caught me as I was coming home from school one day and gave me a box of chocolate-covered cherries. I was flattered by that. I mean, I hadn't started dating or anything yet, but he thought enough of me that he got a box of chocolate-covered cherries and gave them to me. I found out later he had a huge crush on me. And I got to thinking later, I said, well, wonder what would have happened if we'd ended up dating when I started dating back then years ago. Cherry ice cream. Oh, I love cherry ice cream, especially the chocolate cherry ice cream. And the vanilla cherry ice cream is real good too. Should have taken you to the carnival. Well, we didn't have a carnival to go to back in my little old crossroad towns. And I don't think he was even driving then. I don't think he was old enough to even get a driver's license. Chocolate covered diamonds. Hear that speaker popping. Mom hung Indian corn on our front door every fall. Yeah, I don't know where Susan or Connie is. Like I said, Connie's probably not feeling well enough to be in here. So when you say your prayers tonight, everybody remember Connie in prayer. Patty C., Gladys, Rebecca, Donna, a lot of people need prayer. But let's get started. First question of the night. What actress did comedian Tom Green marry in 2001? Their marriage lasted only 1 year. Frida says, I need Pari for. Hi, Donna. Cindy Sandu, you're the first one with the right answer. Way to go, girl. It was Drew Barrymore. How's Donna doing? We got a Donna Placedia here. We got Donna Murphy just popped in. Next question. Who performed Janis Joplin's Piece of My Heart while bald from chemotherapy at the Grammy Awards in 2005? And there's Sheila McDaniel. Hi. Let me ask the question again. Who performed Janis Joplin's Piece of My Heart while bald from chemotherapy at the Grammy Awards in 2005? We got Cindy Sandu and Jana Jacob. Way to go. It was Melissa Etheridge. I've been getting comments from Sheila Edward. You know, she's got her own channel going. She's been watching some of my shorts and stuff, and I've been watching some of hers. But I guess she's too busy to come in and chat with us. And that's understandable, because it takes a lot of time to keep your own channel going. They're using Google. Well, I use Google as well. I'm doing great, Laura. Well, I'm not on Google right now. I'm on the other browser I've got, because I didn't want to be signed in. I don't want YouTube to think I'm signed in watching my own videos while I'm live on the camera up here, because I got to be signed in up there to get the chat through, so, or to get it to work. But I bring it up on my laptop so I can read the chat better. You know, the camera's over there and it's a little bit far away for me to read it, but I've got the laptop closer. How you get in 30s? It's 80s here. It's 80 degrees here. It was in the high 80s today. Cindy's got snow where she's at. Okay, next question. What AMC series is set in a post-apocalyptic world where guns are shunned in favor of swords? 36 tonight. No, 38 where Uncle BB's at. 75 where Tamara's at. 89 where Sheila is in Arizona right now. Yeah, it's 80 here in Texas where I am. 46, Lauren says. We got some cold days coming. They just haven't got here yet. Texas drags its feet when it comes to turning cold. Okay, what AMC series is set in a post-apocalyptic world where guns are shunned in favor of swords? I'm scared. What are you scared of, Lauren? I don't know. For winter? W-I-T-E-R, winter. Oh, winter. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, look like we had a couple of years ago. We had a week-long snow and ice storm. That's the first year I've lived in Texas that we had a whole week-long snow and ice storm. I mean, we were covered in ice and snow. First year it's ever been like that since I've lived here. So, there's no telling what kind of winter we're going to have this year. Last year was -10. Oh no, Lauren. Oh my goodness. That's cold. Too cold for me. Gladys says she's tired. She'll see me soon. Okay, Gladys. Sorry to see you go, but I understand. You have a good night. Get rested. She says her new medication makes her sleepy. Yeah, I cannot imagine -10. I couldn't live in a place where it got that cold. Oh no, no, I can't deal with that. The heat is a lot better for all people with arthritis than the cold is. I think cold makes it hurt more. It aggravates your arthritis more. I don't know where Dennis is tonight. He must have forgot. He showed up what was it, Tuesday night, Monday night when I went live at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Wilkes County boy even showed up. He said he was up getting ready for work. And I'd never been live that time of night before morning. So I guess I surprised everybody. But Connie was there. But she's been in the hospital for a couple of days now, undergoing chemo. So by now she's got enough of that stuff in her system, she doesn't feel good. Well, it'll get cold a few nights, but then usually in the daytime it's back up to 70. For the most part, we do have a few really freezing cold nights. We have maybe a few cold days. But for the most part, this is an area where people run around in shorts in December. I mean, it's very not like this area to have a week-long ice and snowstorm like we had a couple of years ago. So nobody was prepared for that. But thank God I had all my camping gear, and I had my portable camping toilet and all that good stuff that came in very handy that week. Especially when you didn't have water to flush the commode. I was saving all my jugs of water, for cooking or bathing, drinking, that type of thing. I even melted snow to flush the commode for a while until the snow started melting, and then there was not enough snow out there to get to flush it anymore. Well, take care, Cindy. I hate to see you go. Doesn't seem like there's too many people interested in playing trivia tonight. Nobody's answered the last question. We know you aren't using Google. Did someone say something to her? I mean, I use Google all the time, or sometimes I'm on this other browser. Don't matter what browser you use. Oh my goodness. Did you hear the news from Canada is about Walmart? No, I did not hear about that. I don't know what's going on. I will bow out. Gonna have some think. Oh, no, 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 Cindy. I didn't understand what the Google thing was all about. I understand now. I just went back and reread your question or your statement. Don't you dare leave because of that. You answer the questions because you knew the answers. And there's Shiv Kamara. I love you. Hi there. Welcome. No, I didn't know anything about a Walmart incident. But Cindy, don't leave because of that. Don't you dare leave because somebody's saying you're looking up the answers on Google. I've told people they can look them up on Google if they can. Doesn't matter to me as long as they get the answer. But no, I'm not accusing you of using Google to get answers. Some people know the answer, some people don't. I want to marry you. I'm not ready to get married. No, I'm not your wife. I don't want to get married. There's Uncle BB. To be fair, those two questions were asked last time. It's not worth getting into a state. Yeah, Cindy, don't worry about it. Don't you leave because of that. I mean, if it gets so bad over trivia, we'll just quit playing trivia altogether. Well, I thank you for the compliment, Shiv. And it's nice to know you love me, but you don't know me. Lauren says, I think she did. You think she left? An employee was in a bakery, walked into a walk-in oven and passed away. I'm hard. Oh my God. I didn't even know that Walmart had walk-in ovens. Is that where you're talking about this oven was? What kind of place has a walk-in oven? I've never heard of that. I know there's walk-in freezers, but I've never heard of a walk-in oven. Yeah, Lauren, we don't accuse people of stuff here, okay? Just let it go. Oh, yeah, you get mad real quick. I said one thing. Lauren, let's just kind of move on and forget about it. I don't want my subscribers in my chat arguing over something like this. Yeah, you got to be nice when you come into my chat. If you want to stay. Linda, have a good restful evening. Good night. You don't have to leave, Deb. I was getting ready to ask the next question. I hope you're not leaving because Lauren and Cindy are having a little spat here. Yeah, let's play trivia and just forget about all that kind of stuff, okay? Because, you know, I don't want a ruckus and an argument going on in our trivia. We don't need that in our live chat. Shiv says I'm 26 years old. You're a youngin'. I miss you. I like you. I kiss you. I don't know how you miss me. You've never known me. Your phone comes in 10 minutes. I don't know what that is, April. What do you mean your phone comes in 10 minutes? You getting a new phone? You ain't good at trivia. Well, that's the way my channel is supposed to work. You get commercials throughout my videos. That's how I get paid. That's the reason I said, I don't expect money from my subscribers. I don't expect you to send me anything. I get paid by, these company advertising their products on my videos. That's how I get paid. So y'all have to just put up with the advertisements. Sometimes they haven't been putting them on there, and it's been telling with the income that's coming in. It's way down this month. And I got on YouTube. I said, y'all need to check, because I've been checking every one of my videos to let YouTube place the ads for me. And I said, I've got people telling me that they don't see ads on my videos, and something's wrong. So I'm sorry about that, but that's how I make my money. Lauren, are you leaving? Don't leave mad. Y'all, via. And Donna just sent a super chat. Well, thank you, Donna. Bless you for that super chat. My boyfriend, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't know this Shiv. I don't know who he is, where he's from, or anything else. Please don't leave, Lauren. I don't want you or Cindy to leave. I want both of you to stay. I never have on lives. Yes, on regular videos. Yeah, they're supposed to show up on lives as well. If they don't, something's wrong. Yeah, I can't believe that. Oh my God. You reckon she got in there and somebody closed the door on her and she overheated? Maybe somebody didn't know that she was in there? If it's a walk-in oven, she could have walked in, somebody could have passed and saw the door open and closed it. And maybe she couldn't open it from inside and she got too hot and the heat killed her. Yeah, we come to trivia night to relax, to forget about all our problems. We don't like any arguments. We don't like any stress. This is all for good times, y'all. Heard she was screaming. What? Yeah. Let's go to the next question. I'm just going to jump right over the last one I asked. What sporting event was co-hosted by Japan and South Korea in 2002? What sporting event was co-hosted by Japan and South Korea in 2002? Well, you got to tell me what it was. The name of it, not just baseball or tennis or football. What's the name of the event? What sporting event was co-hosted by Japan and South Korea in 2002? Hi, Wendy. We're having a great night. I hope you are too. I have no idea. I mean, it may be basketball. It may be football. I don't know. Well, I'll give you the answer. It's the FIFA World Cup is the answer to it. And I think maybe that's basketball. I don't know. We'll go to the next question. What defense secretary became infamous for his "there are known knowns" explanation during a news briefing on weapons of mass destruction? That's a weird statement. There are known knowns. I remember asking that one time before. Okay, I don't see any more popping up. We got Uncle BB and Jana. Way to go, you two. It was Rumsfeld. Jana Jacob and Uncle BB. Maybe better off not knowing. Maybe. I don't know. Who did actor Nicolas Cage marry in 2002? Seemed like we asked these last time. Oh, Wendy says, I'm feeling well. I just had heart surgery last night, but I feel good so far. Well, great. Glad to hear that. Okay, we got Janet Jacob, we got Uncle BB, and we got Wendy. No, we got Cindy Sandu. 3 people had the right answers. It was Lisa Marie Presley. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing great. I don't know if you knew Connie or not, but she's in the hospital. I was hoping she'd feel good enough to come in to live tonight, but her message this morning said that she was really sick from chemo right now. But they've got her in the hospital giving her treatments, that she's not at home. Yeah, I'm going to switch around, I think, get some questions out of the middle. Unless they mix them up so you ask questions to get all different times, I don't know. Well, thank you, Wendy, and we'll put you on our prayer list too. We've got Wendy, we got Connie, we got Gladys, we got Patty C, Rebecca. We got several ladies in our chat that need prayer for illnesses. What cult classic set in the small Idaho town of Preston was filmed on a budget of $400,000 and grossed over $46 million worldwide? Yeah, we always pray for all. What cult classic set in the small Idaho town of Preston was filmed on a budget of $400,000 and grossed over $46 million worldwide? Nope, not Children of the Corn. It's a good try, though. I certainly couldn't answer this because I wouldn't have known if wasn't looking at the answer. Not chainsaws. I won't be able to answer any questions tonight. My mind is not here. That's okay, Wendy. We still like having you here anyway. Not massacre. I think people are lonely and they want to talk. That's all. That's okay. Y'all can chat. We don't have to play trivia, but some want to play trivia, so. Country Cutie, have a good night all. Are you leaving us? It's the first time I've seen your name in chat. Oh, well, you were up there a little while ago. You said prayers for Connie. Well, I hope you don't leave. Yeah, I was hoping Connie would show up, but evidently she's not feeling well enough. Yep, Cindy, it's Napoleon Dynamite. Way to go, Cindy. You love my energy? It might be the coffee. It might be that Hawaiian coffee that April's sending me with that caffeine in it. Or either the pineapple tea, which I'm drinking right now. You've been there since 2022. Well, we love having you in chat. I hope you stay. Your daughter's favorite movie. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that have a lot of health problems right now. And I know you're one of them. I'm glad you got over it because my sister-in-law had sepsis or whatever they call it. After her surgery, she got sick and went in the hospital, and she had to have part of her foot amputated, and she didn't make it. She died last year in the hospital. But she had a lot of health problems. Okay, next question. What song by Remy Zero was the theme song to the TV series Smallville? You're fully recovered for the most part. Well, praise God for that, Country Cutie. Yeah, my brother's by himself in Tennessee now. Thank God the flood was all around him, but it did not damage his house. So he does have his house up for sale because he doesn't want to live there without his wife. She's gone. So he's going to move to South Carolina to be close to his daughter, Michelle, as soon as he can sell the house up there in Tennessee. Because he lived right at the edge of Mountain City. And, Mountain City got hit pretty hard. Now Laura C. is leaving us from Canada. Why are you leaving, Laura? I got all these people that have come into chat. Now they're leaving. I remember Knots Landing. I don't think anybody answered the last question, did they? It said, what song by Remy Zero was the theme song to the TV series Smallville? Oh, okay. Jana Jacob, save me. Way to go, girl. I think she was the only one that put the answer up. Unless somebody got by me with it. Uncle BB says, say hi to Michelle Lee. Well, I don't know who Michelle Lee is, but hello, Michelle Lee. You have a good night too, Laura, and you enjoy your show. It's been a rough week here in Halifax with the Walmart incident. Well, I can imagine. Good gracious. That girl must have had some kind of health problems if she wasn't just shut up in that oven. I'm thinking she could have walked in for some reason to take something in or take something out and maybe left the door open. Somebody saw it. They closed it and maybe she could not open it from inside. But if it's a walk-in oven, you would think they had safety precautions for that to where nobody could get, shut up inside. Cindy says hi and hello from Knots Landing. Uncle B said she was on Knots Landing. Lawsuit. Yeah, sounds like it might be one. I had not heard about that. Of course, I'm so busy with my videos and garden and working here at the house, I hardly ever catch the news. Yes, they said have safety set up for that for sure. Yeah. So there was something else that was going on with her that caused her to just drop dead. I wonder how old she was. That's as bad as that woman sitting at her desk and just falling over on her desk dead. Nobody knew she was there for quite a while. I mean, from my understanding, she was dead at her desk for a couple of days before everybody even knew it, which I think was ridiculous. Your mom had it bad for Don Murray. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Next question. Who does Ned Flanders marry in season 23 of The Simpsons? Oh, she was 19 and the door didn't lock on the oven. Wow. So she must have had some kind of health problem, I would think. To be sure, if they don't know what caused her death, they'll do an autopsy to find out. They'll probably come up that she had some health problem she maybe didn't even know she had. Okay, Cindy, you're the only one that got the answer. Edna Crabapple. Crabapple. It was crab apple. Edna Crabapple. Goalie Tim Thomas led what team to a Stanley Cup championship in 2011? Yeah, it does seem strange. I would think she just about positively had to have some kind of a health problem. It could have been something that come on sudden that she didn't even know that was wrong. I mean, you never know, I'll tell you. Yeah, it seems strange that a 19-year-old would just drop dead like that. There's got to be a reason. Way to go, Cindy. Boston Bruins. Oh my God, that's awful, Laura. Her mother was the one that found her. Don't you know that was terrible for her mother? Oh my gosh. Next question. Black Lives Matter movement was founded after George Zimmerman was acquitted in the shooting death of what teen? Yeah, I could never imagine finding my daughter laying there dead. Oh my gosh. The Black Lives Matter movement was founded after George Zimmerman was acquitted in the shooting death of what teen? It was not Mike Brown. Don't remember his name. I had forgotten too until I read this question. And it's got the answer there, you know. Way to go, Tamara. Trevon, it was Trevon Martin. Laura C says, have a good night, Linda. Love watching your shows. Keep Nova Scotia in your prayers. Okay, we will. But I wish he wouldn't leave. It was Trevon Martin. Trayvon Martin was the answer. Who plays Hilary Swank's coach in $1 Million Baby? Who plays Hilary Swank's coach in $1 Million Baby? I don't think I've ever seen that movie. Okay, we got Cindy Sandu and Jana Jacob. It was Eastwood, Clint Eastwood. No, he played the coach. It was Clint Eastwood. Way to go, ladies. Who infamously interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards? Kim's ex. Who's Kim's ex? I don't know. But I got, let's see, Tamara, Cindy, Jana, and Philip. It was Kanye West. Way to go, y'all. The ex-husband of Bruce Jenner's stepdaughter. Okay, Uncle BB, you got it too. Next question. What drama stars are troubled teen named Ryan, who is adopted by the wealthy Cohen family? What drama stars a troubled teen named Ryan, who is adopted by the wealthy Cohen family? Well, you got a point for it anyway, Uncle BB. You were close enough. You knew who it was. But what drama stars a troubled teen named Ryan, who is adopted by the wealthy Cohen family? I've never heard of this show either. Probably because I've never watched it. Not Fresh Prince. Cindy's got question marks. Secret Storm. Nope. Philip says, I'll read it again. What drama stars a troubled teen named Ryan who is adopted by the wealthy Cohen family? Not Search for Tomorrow. It doesn't give a year. It just said what drama stars a troubled teen named Ryan who is adopted by the wealthy Cohen family. Not Somerset. I don't know. The answer is the OC. I've never heard of it. But the answer says VOC, just the letters O and then C. I was born in 98. Okay, this is on this is sports, this next question. What North American League implemented an instant replay review system during the 2008 season? Yes, the OC, Uncle BB. What North American League implemented an instant replay review system during the 2008 season? No, what sport was it? Not the state or the country. What sport was it? Tamara Douglas, way to go. Major League Baseball. Way to go. Give a hoop, hoop, hoop for Tamara. It was Major League Baseball. Tamara's the only one that got it. Next question. Completed in 2004, what world record did the Toppy 101 hold for 6 years? It says completed in 2004. What world record did the TAIPEI 101 hold for 6 years? This is not sports, this next one. This is like a general question. It's not sports. Toppy is the name of something. TAIPEI 101. It's the name of something, not sports. And it was completed in 2004. What world record did it hold for 6 years? The Toppy, TAIPEI 101. You're excused, Uncle BB. Nobody knows? No idea. It was completed in 2004 and it holds the world's record for 6 years. Way to go, Tamara. It was the tallest building. It held the world's record for the world's tallest building for 6 years. And it was called Taipei. Taipei 101 was the name of the building. I would not have known that. Oh my God. Yeah. I would not have known it. Tamara knew, or she found out. Okay, next question. Who is the first person to direct both a Star Trek and a Star Wars movie? Who was the first person to direct both a Star Trek and a Star Wars movie? Where is it? It doesn't say where it is. It just said it held the record for the tallest building for 6 years. And it doesn't say what building overtook the record after that. So you'd have to look it up where it's from. And you know, that reminds me, I had a quote ready for y'all. And I wanted to read it to you in the beginning and I forgot. But I'm going to read it to you now. It says, instead of getting bogged down by stress and what you can't change, focus on the positive with a reassuring compliment for yourself. I'm going to look it up and see where it was. Let's see. Maybe it's one of those Dubai buildings. Don't they have some pretty tall buildings in Dubai? Taipei 101. See if it tells where it's at. It has an observation deck on the 89th floor. It's in Taiwan. Skyscraper in Taipei, Taiwan. It's in Taiwan. I pronounced it wrong. But the height is 1,667 feet. It looks almost like an Empire State Building. But that's a skyscraper in Taiwan. It's always good to know those things, you know. You never know when I might be asked that question. You would get me there either. I'm not going no 89 floor up. No, Let's see. Who's the first person to direct both a Star Trek and a Star Wars movie? Did anybody try to answer that? I don't think so. Some say Lucas. George. No, not Lucas, not George. Califia? No. It's made in Taiwan. It is in Taiwan. The name of the town is Taipei. And the building is named by the town and then 101, but it's in Taiwan. Made in Taiwan. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get on it. It's not made in the United States. I wouldn't get on it if it was even here. I don't like heights, so I'm not going up that high. Sorry. I'll stay on the ground. Who is the first person to direct both a Star Trek and a Star Wars movie? Anybody? Wild guess. See, I learned something because I didn't know that. Not Cameron. Yeah, sounds like something you get a fever from. I agree, Uncle BB. Yeah, I thought it was good words to live by. That's what I've always tried to live by my life, and I didn't even realize there was a quote for it. You know, there's no need in stressing out on something you can't change. Just like my house, you know. I knew a long time ago I couldn't afford to build a new house, which I wanted to do here for many years. I never could afford to do it because I never got that job that paid real good to where I could afford to build one. And at my age now, I know chances are I'll never be able to build a house. But I can't stress about that and make myself sick because I can't have a brand new house. I just made the best of what I got and carried on. And that's the best thing anybody can do. And hello, Keith Sweatpants. Welcome to our trivia night. Lance Smith, way to go. It's J.J. Abrams. J. Abrams was the answer. Yeah, I put my own touches into it, you know, like I said, I tried to make do with what I had and be happy. And my son said, Mommy thinks I think that's what got through your cancer scare was your attitude. You know, I took it, okay, they diagnosed me with invasive ductal carcinoma. They gave me 3 years to live, but I still didn't dwell on it. I didn't get down in the dumps on it. I put a smile on my face and I kept going. And thank God I did because it was a scare. I never had cancer, or either the good Lord got rid of it by the time I had my surgery. Because it showed that I did not have cancer. But he said, Mom, he said, I think that's one thing that got you through it all. It was your attitude. You always had a good attitude about everything. And that's the way I feel about my house. You know, I had rocks in my yard. I couldn't get rid of them. What was I going to do with them? Every time I dig a hole, I get rocks. I get more rocks. I could have stressed out about that, but I didn't. I built rock gardens. You know, those saying, if life gives you lemon, make lemonade. Hey, life gave me rocks. I built rock gardens. I mean, I don't want more rocks. I got more now than I know what to do with because, like I said, every time I dig a hole for anything, I'm digging up rocks. I can't build a new house. I'll never have the money to build a new house. And I should have had one years ago, but I don't. I didn't. But I'm not stressing about it. I made the best of what I had. I put myself into my house. It's old, but hey, I'm old too. And I'm here, you know, and I'm happy. That's all I can say. Thank you, Tamara. Yeah, I could have. I knew everybody told me you should have sued because you had a lawsuit, a malpractice suit, and all that. But I just, I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I didn't. For one, I didn't want a whole bunch of doctors being pissed off at me. Yeah, sometimes I think so too, Keith Sweatpants. Sometimes I think the old houses are just better than new, and some of them are just as good, because a lot of these new houses, they look pretty, but they're thrown together. They're put together cheap. And at least years ago, they put they built stuff to last. Nowadays, stuff is built to tear up, built to fall down. So you got to replace it so people can keep making money. Yeah, thank you, Uncle BB. I thank God I'm here too. Because if it had been true what they said, I'd been dead years ago. They only gave me 3 years to live. And that's 20 some odd years ago. I don't even know how many years. I forgot the year it was going on. But I'm here, thank the good Lord. Well, happy birthday, Naya. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Is Naya a child or a grown-up, or who is Naya? And are they watching? It's called planned obsolescence. Obsolescence. I don't know what that word is. I can't even say it. Is Naya a daughter or a child, a sister, an aunt? Who is Naya? Who are we saying happy birthday to? Obsolescence. Obsolescence. Yeah, that's exactly right. I could live in a great big old house and be dead a year after it was built. So then that big old nice house was not going to do me any good, right? But I'm here. But I'd kind of like to know who Naya is. If I'm probably not even saying the name correctly. Niya, Naya. Yeah, less is best sometimes, I think. Cindy says, sorry, I was on the phone. Lauren, who is Naya? I mean, I'm saying happy birthday, but I'd kind of like to know who it is. Oh, well, happy birthday, Naya. And I can sing to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Naya, happy birthday to you, and many more. How's that? Okay, let's see. Where are we here? Next question. In 2008, Mariah Carey had her 18th #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. Only one band in the rock era has done more. Who is it? What rock band outdid Mariah Carey in the number one singles? It's obsolete. I don't know. I don't even know what. I'll have to look the word up to know what it means. Not Bon Jovi. It was another big band, but it was not Bon Jovi. Mariah Carey had 18 number one singles on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2008. This other band had 20. What was the band that outdid Mariah Carey? Not Rolling Stones. I was waiting to see if anybody else pops up with the correct answer. It was the Beatles, Cindy Sandu. Way to go. If you pop up now, I know it's because I told you so. There's no need in popping up this late. Next question. Who hosts the game show Deal or No Deal? Yes, Libet. Who hosts the game show Deal or No Deal? I love to watch that show, but I hardly ever get a chance to watch it. Let's see, we got Steve Hutton. We got Cindy Sandu. We got Little Bit of Pure Gold. Gia 411. Y'all got the right answer. It was Howie Mandel. Way to go. I love to watch him with Deal or No Deal. The guy who doesn't shake hands. I didn't know Howie doesn't shake hands. That's new to me. But I'll give you a point. Yep, Howie Mandel. Does that show still come on where they get up there with all the suitcases and he'll ask you if it's deal or no deal? You want the suitcase or not? It's been so long since I've seen it, I don't even know if it comes on anymore. I love watching it. I wish sometimes I was up there being one of the contestants. Oh, he's a germophobia. Well, that sounds like Howie. Yeah, it sounds like Howie Mandel. Okay, after being in print for 244 years, what publication's last printed version was published in 2010? After being in print for 244 years, what publication's last print version was published in 2010? I've still got some of them, y'all, of the answer here. I've been meaning to get rid of them, but I still got them. Not Reader's Digest, not Grit, not Post, not Farmer's Almanac. You are gonna you're gonna feel so silly when I tell you the answer if nobody gets it. Not National Geographic. I thought they still published that. Did they not? I don't know. Not TV Guide. It was in publication for 244 years, y'all. That should be a clue right there. 244 years they published this. Not Playboy. Not the Bible. Not Times. Y'all, somebody knows this. Not Farmer's Almanac. Hi, Nathaniel. TV to yeah, but it was not TV. Not TV Guide. Of course I wash my hair. Why are you asking if I can wash my hair? Why would I not be able to? Not McCall's. Not the dictionary, but you're getting close. Oh my God, Tamara, you're the first one. It was the Britannica. It was the Encyclopedia Britannica, y'all. What did we quit using so much after computers came out? And the internet. People started going to the internet for answers. They didn't use the encyclopedia anymore. So they quit publishing it. Yeah, the encyclopedia was 244 years old. And they updated it every print. You know, they updated it every time they published it to add the new stuff to it. And that's where all the students, you know, college students, high school students went. It was either the dictionary or the Encyclopedia Britannica that everybody went to for your answers to your assignments. But they don't use them anymore. I've still got a whole set. And I've been meaning to get rid of them or donate them to the library. I don't even know if the library would even take them. But they're like an antique right now. They're so old. Yeah, newspapers are going the same way because all the news is on the internet. But Tamara Douglas is the one that got that. Way to go, Tamara. Yeah, I started using encyclopedias when I first was taking college classes. And then somewhere like halfway between there, I just quit using them and I went to the internet for my answers. Okay, who won an Oscar for her portrayal of aspiring actress Mia Dolan in La La Land? Or Maya Dolan. Who won an Oscar for the portrayal of aspiring actress Maya Dolan in La La Land? I said Webster. Oh, let's see. We got Keith Sweatpants. We got Cindy Sandu. Is that the only two? I thought there was more with the right answer, but yeah, it's Emma Stone. Cindy Sandu and Keith Sweatpants got that. Emma Stone was the answer. Next question. Who did Johnny Ramone infamously praise during his induction speech into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002? Who did Johnny Ramone infamously praise during his induction speech into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002? Not Elvis, not the Ramones. I'll give you a clue. It was one of the presidents. He praised one of the presidents. Which one? That thing is... Nope, not Ronald Reagan. Not Kennedy, not Reagan, not Carter. Unplug that thing and turn it off. It's making noises. Sorry about that, y'all. Not Nixon, not Trump, not Carter, not Kennedy, not Lincoln, not Roosevelt, not Camilla. Y'all, you've named just about everyone but this one. This was in 2002. Keith Sweatpants. It was Bush. Way to go. And Cindy Sandu. Next question. Who does Ellen Pompeo play in TV series Grey's Anatomy? Who does Ellen, her last name is spelled Pompeo, play in TV series Grey's Anatomy? It was Keith Sweatpants and Jana. Ellen played Meredith Grey in Grey's Anatomy. Sheila McDaniel. Okay, what major league pitcher won his record-setting 7th Cy Young Award in 2004? What major league pitcher won his record-setting 7th Cy Young Award in 2004? Hope I read that correctly. Hey, Lauren, welcome. It's Roger Clemens, Keith Sweatpants. Thank you. Way to go. I've already said happy birthday to Naya. You never told me who she was or who he was or who the person was, Lauren. Yeah, I said happy birthday, Naya, and I sang happy birthday. Who is Naya? Your aunt. Okay. Is she watching? Lauren, is your aunt watching right now? No, she is at Las Vegas. Oh, okay. Nice place to be. Fun place to be. Okay, next question. What gossip website was shut down after a judge awarded Hulk Hogan a $140 million in damages? What gossip website was shut down after a judge awarded Hulk Hogan $140 million in damages? Okay, Keith Sweatpants is the only one that came up with the answer. It was Gawker, Gawker.com. Way to go, Keith Sweatpants. Next question. Hard questions. Well, hello, New Day. You must be new. Who plays P.T. Barnum in the musical The Greatest Showman? Who plays P.T. Barnum in the musical The Greatest Showman? Keith Sweatpants and Jana Jacob. It was Hugh Jackman. Way to go, Keith and Jana. Hugh Jackman. Next question. What song did Christina Aguilera, Maya, Little Kim, and Pink record for the soundtrack to Moulin Rouge? What did they all get together to record the soundtrack to Moulin Rouge? What was the name of it? Way to go. Looks like we got Jana Jacob, Keith Sweatpants, and Tamara Douglas. Lady Marmalade. Way to go. Next question. What network aired the crime drama Breaking Bad? I loved watching that show. What network aired the crime drama Breaking Bad? How much is that doggy? That doggy don't have nothing to do with it. Not Netflix. Way to go, New Day, Tamra, and Keith Sweatpants. AMC is correct. Next question. What team based in Indianapolis joined the WNBA in 2000? What team based in Indianapolis joined the WNBA in 2000? Was Indiana Fever. Way to go, Sweatpants. Keith Sweatpants. It was Indiana Fever. Next question. The Occupy Wall Street protest began in 2011 in what New York park? The OCCUPY Wall Street protest began in 2011 in what New York City park? Not Central Park. Not Central. Oh, me. Way to go, Tamara. It was Zuccotti Park. Who plays Storm in the original X-Men movie? Who plays Storm in the original X-Men movie? Keith Sweatpants, Cindy Sandu, and Jana Jacob. It was Halle Berry. Way to go, people. Woohoo! I love that with garlic bread. You must be thinking of manicotti, not zuccotti. I love garlic bread with just garlic bread. What Showtime crime drama revolves around a vigilante serial killer? What Showtime crime drama revolves around a vigilante serial killer? It was Dexter, Cindy Sandu, and Keith Sweatpants. Way to go. Oh, y'all getting tired by now? We've been playing for an hour and a half. Lived a long time in a town called Prospect. Death Wish. I'm back 2 muscle relaxers later, just trolling. Okay. Next question. What country hosted the FIFA World Cup in 2010, becoming the first African nation to host the event? Cindy's cooking dinner. Is April still in the house? I haven't seen her name in here lately. What country hosted FIFA World Cup in 2010, becoming the first African nation to host the event? Oh, she's talking to her boyfriend. Keith Sweatpants, way to go. It was South Africa. He's the only one that come up with that answer. Okay, next question. What company purchased Marvel Comics for $4 billion in 2009? Oh, that sounds real good, Cindy. Spaghetti, garlic, cheese, bread, and corn. Okay, we got Keith Sweatpants. We've got Jana, Tamra. They got the question correct. It was Disney. Disney bought Marvel Comics for $4 billion in 2009. Just Trolling says, y'all need to stop Googling these answers. I don't think they're Googling them, but if they're Googling them, they can. If you got the means to Google the answer, go right ahead and do it. I've told them that many a time. Next question. What superhero movie depicts a power struggle over the African country of Wakanda? Wakanda. Is that Wakanda? Jan is using her husband. What superhero movie depicts a power struggle over the African country of Wakanda? Just Trolling, Keith Sweatpants, and Cindy Sandu and Lauren. It was Black Panther. So we got Cindy Sandu, Just Trolling. No, he's got White Panther. Keith Sweatpants. Keith Sweatpants, Cindy Sandu, and Lauren Kelly. Next question. Bruno Mars won the Grammy for Album of the Year in 2018. What was his album called? Bruno Mars won the Grammy for Album of the Year in 2018. What was his album called? Not Lazy. Way to go, Tamra. It was 24K Magic. Tamra got it correct. I'll give that to you too, Cindy, because you popped up about the same time I said it. So Cindy and Tamra. Just Trolling, you popped up too late. Oh, I'll give it to you anyway. Just Trolling. Who's leaving us? Good night, Linda. Thanks for the fun. Well, you know what your score was? You got 15 questions right. But Cindy got more than you did. She got 2 more than you did so far. So if you stayed, you might be the winner, but you're 2 behind right now. But if you got to leave, have a good night. I'm glad you could come in and play for a while. Tally right now? Okay, Jana. I know y'all got to be getting tired. I'm getting a little tired too, because we've been on here for two hours. Okay, let's see. Cindy's got 17. Jana got 11. Uncle BB got 4. Tamara got 11. Philip got 1. Lance got 1. Steve got 1. Gia 411 got 1. Little bit of pure gold got 1. Keith Sweatpants got 15. Sheila got 1. New Day got 1. Lauren Kelly got 1. Just Trolling got 1. So Cindy Sandu, you're the winner. Way to go, Cindy. Whoop, whoop, Cindy. I'll get that out in the mail to you just as soon as possible. Who was it won last time? Lance. Did you get your prize yet? If you're still in here, Lance. He was here a minute ago, and I forgot to ask him. Because I got his out, I think, Monday morning. So I don't know if he got it today. If he didn't get it today, he'll probably get it tomorrow. Lance, are you still with us? I don't see him popping in. Just trolling. Cindy didn't steal no answers from you. I guess Lance had already left. But he'll get his prize tomorrow if he didn't get it today. Okay, y'all. I appreciate all of you coming in. I'm going to check with Connie, see what's going on with her. Even though she didn't come in tonight. And I feel sure it's because she's sick. Because she told me earlier today that the chemo was making her sick. She didn't feel good. So congratulations, Cindy Sandu. You will get your prize packaged up and mailed to you just as soon as possible. And again, y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for joining in on our trivia night. Don't forget, I got a live Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central. And who knows, I may pop up between now and then. I don't know. You're welcome, Tamara. Y'all behave. Lauren, be nice. How old are you? All right, y'all. Have a good night. Have a blessed day tomorrow. Have a good weekend if I don't see you before. And don't forget, like I said, Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. I hope you'll show up if you can. And if not, I understand. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Love y'all.